Secretary of the Treasury Steven Mnuchin received quite literally the smelliest present of the Christmas season last night when a Los Angeles department bomb squad responded due to the delivery of a suspicious package. Turns out the only thing explosive about the package was its stench, as it was filled to the brim with horse manure. Classy. Real classy. According to NBC Los Angeles, a large gift-wrap box, discovered to contain horse manure, was dropped off in Mnuchin's neighborhood. A neighbor who received the package reported it to officials, who investigated with involvement from Secret Service. Local authorities reported the call came in around 7:30 p.m. regarding a possible suspicious package wrapped in Christmas wrapping paper was addressed to Mnuchin with a return address label reading it was from the American people. The package was not left at Mnuchin's home but in the driveway of a neighbor's home in the 900 block of Belair Road. Inside the present, police also discovered a Christmas card, which was also presumably covered in fecal matter. The card made negative references to Mnuchin, President Donald Trump and the $1.5 trillion tax bill that Trump signed into law Friday, police said, though the exact wording has not yet been disclosed. The LAPD and Secret Service agents along with the LAPD bomb squad officers swarmed the area to investigate the suspicious package. The bomb squad x-rayed and then later, when deemed safe to do so, opened the package revealing the stinky contents. No injuries were reported. An aerial video of the scene taken by an NBC Los Angeles helicopter, a bomb squad officer can be seen opening the suspicious package as well as dumping out its contents. 3 members of the LAPD bomb squad can be seen standing around the pile, shining flashlights on the manure and moving it around with their feet, checking to see if anything additional was hidden within the smelly contents. Mnuchin was said to be at his home when the package was delivered, and during the ensuing aftermath, LAPD and Secret Service officials stated he was made aware of the situation but was not in immediate danger. No evacuations were made as a result of the package. The LAPD reports the bomb squad handles more than 1,000 calls potentially related to bombs every year. Of those calls, only about 22% actually involve live devices, live military ordnance or illegal explosives. Mnuchin became the 77th Secretary of the U.S. Treasury in February when the U.S. Senate confirmed his appointment by President Trump, and all of this hoopla is due to the backlash against the recent passage of President Trump's tax bill. Speaking at CNBC and Institutional Investors Delivering Alpha Conference, Mnuchin spoke about the new tax plan recently passed, stating yet again top earners will not see their tax bill fall under the tax plan being worked out by Trump administration and lawmakers, describing the plan not to cut taxes for the wealthy as the Mnuchin rule. The Trump administration has repeatedly echoed this sentiment, stating that it plans to reform the tax code and would not cut income taxes for top earners. Instead, the administration says it is focused on cutting income taxes for the middle class and businesses. Mnuchin said the top tax rate may be cut but that this would be offset by the loss of deductions, particularly as it pertains to deductions for state taxes. According to Breitbart News, there are multiple myths with regard to the new tax bill as evidenced by the smelly and classless package sent to Mnuchin. Myth number 1. They're cutting taxes on millionaires while raising them for the middle class and the poor. Fact. Middle-income Americans are the biggest winners under the tax bill. One of the reasons critics of the tax cuts claim the bill will raise taxes on the middle class is stemming from the fact many of the cuts to individual tax cuts are set to expire after 2025 in order to comply with Senate budget rules. If those cuts are allowed to expire, taxes will go up. However, there is no reason currently to expect that Congress will allow those tax cuts to expire, particularly if the right maintains control of the House and/or the Senate. Middle-class Americans will see the largest deductions in their tax bills according to the facts as reported by the nonpartisan Joint Committee on Taxation. Middle-income Americans win the most. People earning between $40,000 and $70,000 would see their tax bills falling by 7.1%. People with incomes between $20,000 and $30,000 would see a 10.4% decline in their tax bills. millionaires get just a 5.3% cut. And most middle-income_Americans win. 81% of taxpayers earning between $50,000 and $75,000 get a tax cut under the Senate bill, according to the Junction. For people earning between $75,000 and $100,000, 84% get a tax cut. The same with those earning $100,000 to $200,000. Just 80% of those earning $1 million or more get a tax cut. A lot of families will owe no taxes at all. Most married couples with children earning less than $60,000 per year will have no income tax liability at all. That's because under the Senate bill, the child tax credit rises to $2,000 per child. Note, this is not from Junction but from the MarketWatch tax calculator. It's actually the wealthy that disproportionately pay higher taxes under the bill. Very few people would face a tax increase under the Senate bill, and those people are disproportionately wealthy. According to the Junction, just 10% of taxpayers earning between $50,000 and $75,000 will get a tax increase under the Senate bill, largely from the loss of some deductions. That number is actually probably too high, however, because it was done before Senator Susan Collins of Maine proposed an amendment to preserve the deduction for state and local property taxes up to $10,000. For lower levels of income, the numbers are much smaller. In the $20,000 to $30,000 range, for example, just 5.6% will see taxes rise. Around 19.2% of millionaires, however, will pay more in taxes because of the loss of deductions. Myth number 2, tax cuts will blow up the budget deficit. Fact, budget deficits depend on economic growth, not tax policy. The forecasts of budget deficits are not facts, they are forecasts. If we could predict the future, many of us would make decisions very differently. Meanwhile, while consulting a crystal ball will not tell us what we want to know, we can only base our information going forward on what we know to be true now. Budget forecasts are based on historical economic performance. When growth has been good, the forecasts are too optimistic. When it has been bad, they are too pessimistic. Myth number 3, millions will lose health insurance. Fact. Ending the individual mandate does not take insurance away from anyone or make insurance unaffordable. The recently passed tax bill removed the Obamacare individual mandate. The Congressional Budget Office, CBO, reports that some 13 million additional Americans will be uninsured in 10 years than would be if the mandate stayed in place. The overwhelming majority of these people do not lose insurance. However, they simply do not buy insurance because they are no longer forced to buy insurance. What do you think of the recent passing of the tax bill? Are you believing mainstream media reports and the Democrats and some establishment Republicans screaming the sky is falling? People are gonna die. Or are you rationally looking at the facts and weighing them to determine your opinion? Sound off in the comments and let us know what you think. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily.